Hey, this is Gary from GAN Railroad, and I'm at the Eastern Division of the TCA's train show in York, Pennsylvania at the York Fairgrounds in October 2025. And it's the coldest York ever. There's the rest of the fairgrounds. The sun is really bright. Hi, this is Gary from GAN Railroad, and today's video is about the York Train Show, which is run by the Eastern Division of the TCA and takes place in York, Pennsylvania, twice a year. This was the October 2025 show, and I had a good time there as usual. Definitely a lot of buzz in the air from people, waiting to get in and just walking around and talking to people. Everybody seemed to have a good time. There was a lot of traffic going there and coming home, which usually isn't on the PA Turnpike. So that's a good sign that people are out and about. I think the economy is better than people trying to make it out to be, and it's just everybody's just looking for value right now. But uh, anyway, I'll show you what I got. Then I'm going to show you some trains running. The one I may do a separate video for the New Jersey High Railers because that was an incredible, highly detailed layout, and I have a ton of film on that. So let me show you what I got. Hopefully this video takes. This is take 3. My software editing is freaking out on me and just deletes itself when I'm halfway through a video. So do this again. I'm doing this on my phone. First, Ralph's Trains. I got these pipe loads, $10, and the spray thing. I don't have like an airbrush thing, so you want custom paints, different paints. Like I want a Hiawatha, so Hennings has this, and you just pour it in here. You have to add a little water to it to thin it out, and this turns this into a paint can. And you just clean it out and use it for other colors. You can mix colors. So instead of, or I should say, spray can. Instead of going online and paying $60 for a custom spray can, I use rattle cans. You get that. Have General Lee, and yes, it has the flag on it. And the guy who was selling this said they want to put the flag on it, the manufacturer, for the last 5 years, and he was angry about it. I don't blame him. Everybody makes a big deal out of crap. TW Trainworks was there, so I got some trucks. Todd Architectural. I like their stuff. Laser cut buildings. He also makes these fire escapes, but you could use these as grates. I'm going to ask him about making laser cut storm drains and grates for sidewalks and manhole covers. And the back comes off of this, and you put lights in it. One building, I might extend this out, glue something on the back to extend it out instead of just have, because I don't always use these as building flats up against something. I do put lights in these. One building, it's like an apartment, and I have flashing blue lights in one window, and the rest of the windows are lit up. So it looks like people are watching television. Got some signs. I got these. I got a bunch of these. I'm not going to show every one, but I got these. This is for putting on flat cars. And I got a bunch of them. So I got this shredded wheat. President Coolidge. Well, here's another one. Pittsburgh Steel. There's, I believe, 3 of these. Now I got 2 of them. A Bakelate's Plastic Rail King. Bakelate's Plastic Lionel. And I have the tank car, so I have all 3 of these Bakelate plastics. Radiation car. I've got 3 of these, 3 different ones of these. I like unusual stuff, as you can see. And now I have this Alice Chalmers car. There. These look like potato sacks. Caterpillar thing with the logs in it. This is the Purina one. I have a bunch of these. I got the Purina. The guy who sells these, you'll see them at shows where it's just a wall of all of these um, wood-sided cars from Atlas. He like has catalogs of them and has helped in designing these. So he signed it when he changes from 2-rail to 3-rail trucks. I'm like, okay, fine. You want to sign it? I don't care. Wood-sided reefer car. What did I pay for this? I forget what I paid. I think it was like $40. Not wood-sided reefer. It's a single sheath box car. What the hell am I talking about? But they weren't in the Lionel catalog this time, but it's a lot cheaper. It's like $30 cheaper than what you pay. Oh, I didn't get any JT's Mega Steam. They're raising their prices in January, so order it now if you want some at a cheaper price or pick it up at a show. Another U.S. Steel, which is hard to find U.S. Steel stuff. Got this one, Katie MP Sierra. The Lionel Lines version. There was one of these in. It was when I was leaving, and of course I see it at the end because you go through the orange hall and everything's kind of mishmash. It's not like even aisles, so I always miss something. And one guy had across the top Penn Central, and he had one of these cars in Penn Central, and the green was a little different than the other greens. It was a little lighter, but I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. I didn't pick it up because I was out of money, and hopefully it'll be at the next show. I did get this MPC era car. Yeah, and some unusual stuff. Kodak tank car. RMT tank car, New Hope and Ivyland. And talking to Walter, the owner of that, Walt Matuch or Touch or Tuck or however you say his name. I asked him, I don't know why I blurted it out. He's like, anything you want me to make. And for some reason, I blurted out passenger cars. I don't know why. And he told me he ain't making them ever. Because the manufacturers, like for these, selling it for $39, he says the manufacturers make money, he does in the stores, and they like selling it for this price, and the consumer's happy. But for some reason, when it comes to engines and passenger cars, the factories won't give you a break. Even though you'd sell high volume, they figure that it's that they want more money for them. And he says they just want too much, and he feels like he's ripping people off, and it's coming from the factories. Regular rolling stock like that, like these type of cars, box cars, they'll sell them cheap because they can sell high volume. But the passenger cars and engines, they want too much, and he doesn't feel right charging people that amount for it. This is the Lionel reefer of A&P. I like it because I know people with the doors don't open that. The way I handle things, I'm better off having everything molded in. For me, I don't need it real. All right, I love these cars. This is a sound box car, and I love these. It's got the on-off switch right here, and right there's the volume pod. I love these cars. They really add. I really love just the fun sounds. All right, what else do we got here? Okay. Oh, I also started collecting paper. What I mean by that is like catalogs and books and that. So I got this and this. And then what kind of got to me was I'll have to wait the next show. In the Orange Hall, when you walk in the right side, near the back, there's a guy with all this post-war stuff. He's got boxes, like empty Lionel boxes, old ones, and parts and everything. And what he had was those catalogs. He had stacks of them, brand new mint, like brand new. And he says they were found in an attic, a whole bunch of older catalogs. So at the next show, maybe I'll pick some of that stuff up. Also bought from the author this here, and then this here, and this is all like catalogs. I like looking through this stuff. You know, I know stuff's online. I like having an actual physical copy and sitting down looking at it. I run the trains, sometimes I'll be here 2 hours. Run the trains, like for an hour, and then I just put them on and let them just go around. I stopped kind of working them and just relax, and then maybe pick up these books and look at them. Maybe I could find the old set that I had that was destroyed in a break-in. I had Lionel lines and Pennsylvania Railroad. They were in a storage unit in my apartment complex, which is made out of basically 2x4s and chicken wire. And there were doors on it, but some maintenance guy was looking for drug money and broke into everybody's, threw the clothes all over. It was laying on top of the trains. People stepped on them, kicked it. I didn't know for 6 months till after it happened. And I ended up throwing all the stuff in a dumpster. And this was in the late 90s, so I'm starting off completely over again. And I'm mad because they're trains my grandfather bought from me, my brothers, and my dad gave them to me. Anyway, a few more things here. Okay, you can order from trains and have them deliver stuff, so I did. I got this Pennsylvania Railroad. These are supposed to be like plywood and that on the flat car. Some old pup trailers. And I thought I had this one, but I don't. TTX. Traditional O scale, semi-scale, whatever you want to call it. Auto racks. This is what I run. These are the only type of auto racks that don't tip over. But I like, the doors don't really stay closed, but don't care. I don't even know what this is that I bought. Let's see what this is. Oh. Okay. I bought this off trains, and I wonder if somebody made this. I don't think this was ever cataloged. You know what? Supposed to be like a maintenance guy or something. Maybe I could get a backpack and a little 5-gallon bucket and paint the clothing a little different and make this hobo shoestring. Maybe I can modify this to a hobo shoestring car. And then I'm looking for, I got these, set of these. These are the real post-war. Notice there's no silhouettes in them. These are from 1948. These are 1948 version. They're actually in really good shape. And then I ordered from the Volume 1 catalog of this year, Lionel's 2025 catalog, the fake tin plate train set, Lionel lines where it's plastic, at least the cars, to make look like they're tin plate, and the engine's going to be, sprayed to look like. But it's a freight car, so I was able to get this. Hopefully these trucks line up. I bought these. And they're in reasonably good shape. They do go on the track and run. Hopefully they'll line up. They're not too low to the ground. You can see they have the couplers on them, the electro couplers. And they are metal. But I think I might paint them. I don't know. We'll see. But I got these for like 75 bucks. I think I got these for like 150. And these, again, these are 1948 version. So, oh, one more thing. Let me not forget here. Okay, I got one more engine. I'm going to have to, not able to run it, but I did get an engine from trains. I was looking around, and I realized since it's the 125th anniversary, there's an engine I don't believe they have the tooling for that I like. And if I'm wrong, I don't care. I'd probably buy a new version anyway. But it's the Pennsylvania K4 torpedo. And trains had this one here, the Pennsy one. For 300 bucks. And some people were asking 400. One other thing that I want to get is the Line Master T1. I did see some people had them. me just take the engine out. This says it was run on the box. Somebody wrote on the box here, Penn torpedo. They bought it from Train World, and this is from 1997. Engine ID number 38. Run the winter of 2004. But the sticker says 1997 for this. So it has been run, but I don't think it's been run a lot. It looks brand new. Look, one of the figures fell out. I have to glue him back in. It's okay. It's been. See how the connector on here? So now let's look at the grease. Maybe the grease is hardened up on it. Take a good look at it. A little oil on it, but I think that's from this leaking. And clean that off. But now I have a K4 torpedo. I was hoping they would make these again, and they haven't. So it has TMCC in it. Okay, two other things I almost forgot about. Well, three actually. Talked to Del Hudson there, a great guy. He does Instagram if you want to watch his train stuff, and he's on 3 Rails 4 Dads. Gave me a sticker. But there's an embroidery lady in the Orange Hall, and she'll do custom embroidery. So I just came up with a simple thing on here. She sewed that on for me. So I was going to have the GAN more centered, but it was at the last minute, so came up with something, like maybe a little more centered, but I don't care. Something I could wear in here instead of a sweater. And if you watch Dak Man's videos, he has one where he's just talking to Stu Rankin of Metka. And I saw these here, and I'm going to have to pick up the tank car at Allentown. Lionel's letting them paint some stuff using the newer paint that they've had, like called Plasma Color, or I have up there with the Lionel Lines Engine of the Year. Here, I'll show you the tender here. This was the Hudson tender. Changes color. See how it's like kind of changing color in the light, like purplish up top. So they were allowed to do that with rolling stock, and I like the traditional sized well cars, or what are we going to call them, intermodals. So I'm in the middle on them. Same with the auto racks. I like having them, but I'm not in love with them. So having a traditional O size, I like to have some, but I don't want to put money out or shrink my layout with them. So anyway, they did this with the paint. They were allowed to paint them. You really see it in these cars. It's not really picking up in the green. And this is cool too. Like this, they have a tank car in this color. And in a couple weeks at Allentown, I'm going right to the Metka booth and grabbing that tank car. And just thought I'd show this. And they have box cars, and they have different colors that change. So just thought I would show that before I forget. Well, looks like Christmas on the floor here when you're a kid. There's stuff everywhere. That's what coming home from York is like Christmas. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned now for some layouts from York. If you ever get a chance and you're in a O scale, you really got to go there. It's a lot of fun. You find all kinds of stuff you didn't know you need. Now I need to find an old school tank car that says rocket fuel on it. There were a bunch of them there, but I was out of money and I was just looking. So at another show, I'm going to have to pick some up. Anyway, this is Gary from JN Railroad. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment, like, and subscribe. And now enjoy watching some trains run around the layout.
What's the little cars in the doors? You got a layout at home?
I'm just his layout. I do ACL, he does both. I get both pages. Yes, he has,
So vehicles for your layout? You can have those things. You want to come over? You know, what do you think?
yeah.
This one's a little tricky if it ever comes apart. There's a notch in here for it. And then it'll stay on. What? That's Wrangler, jeans, pick that up. I was going to second. Yeah.